Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Viz, and welcome today to the latest episode in our Squad Builder series. Now, today I have for you guys a Liga BBVA squad, and I thought that would be kind of appropriate, seeing as this Saturday I am leaving for a study abroad program in Madrid. So, BBVA is the Spanish soccer league, and I'm going to be in Spain. So I was like, put two and two together. And there are actually a lot of BBVA players that I've yet to play with in FIFA 13 that I really wanted to try out. So, without further ado, let's hop right into this thing. Starting in goal for us, we have Iker Casillas. The man is 91 diving, 92 reflexes, 83 handling, and 85 positioning. And I think he's actually the highest rated non-informed goalkeeper in the game. But let me tell you, he did not play like the highest rated non-informed goalkeeper in the game. He let in a lot of goals that I thought a player of his stats should not have done. Actually, a couple games, he was absolute Swiss cheese for me. He let in just like every shot that the team took, and I was really, really surprised. Personally, I think that there are better Spanish goalkeepers out there. I've played with David De Gea, who is actually really, really, really good for me. And you can pick him up right now for, I think, around 2,000 coins. So 45,000 coins less than Casillas, and you have a keeper that's even better than him, in my opinion. So, I don't know. That's what I think. Casillas was kind of take it or leave it for me. But, moving on to our three center backs, we have inform Hector Moreno in the middle. On the left flank, we have Sergio Ramos, and on the right flank, we have Pepe. Now, I'm sure all of you guys have seen Pepe and Ramos before. They are both great defenders. Really good stats across the board. I think one of the reasons they're some of the most used defenders in the game is because, well, one, they both have pretty high pace for center backs, and two, I mean, great defending, and also they're kind of beasts in the air. Ramos actually scored me 3 goals in 8 games. Those were all off corners, of course. But, I mean, with 88 heading, I guess you'd kind of expect that to happen. Moreno didn't score me any goals off corners, and Pepe did score me 1. I'm going to show you guys Moreno's stats really quick, because you guys might not have seen him before, because he's not as used of a center back in the BBVA, I think. 72 pace, 80 defending, 84 heading are all, I mean, pretty good stats for an 80 rated inform card. He was a pretty solid defender for me. I've used better, but you also have to take into account that he is only 80 rated. So the defense was pretty decent for me. Yeah, they weren't stellar, but they weren't bad. So, and that was actually kind of the story of my 2 CDMs as well. We have Xabi Alonso and Xavi. Now, I know Xavi's normal position, or his natural position, is not to play CDM. He only has 68 defending, but I put him back there because I really wanted his passing stats in that position. So you can see Xabi and Xabi Alonso both have really high passing stats. And if you guys have ever seen any of my previous commentaries, I always want my CDMs to have high passing stats so that they can get counterattacks started quickly. They can get those nice long over-the-top through balls or just accurate, quick, and efficient passes. And in that sense, they were really good for me. In the sense of defending, they were also pretty decent. Xabi Alonso was better for me than Xavi, but I think that's to be expected. Xabi Alonso has 81 defending, where Xavi only has 68. So they were pretty good for me, but they weren't, again, anything like spectacular, but they weren't like awful for me. I do believe they both had 1 goal in 8 games for me. So, but I mean, you also don't expect your CDMs to be your goal scorers for you. Now, on the right mid, we have the inform Di Maria, who only scored me 1 goal in 7 games. And then on the left mid, we have Christian Teo, who also scored me 1 goal in 8 games, I believe. Now, Teo, for me, was actually a total disappointment. I remember using him earlier in the game, and I don't know if it was because, I don't know what it was, but I recall him scoring more goals for me than he did. Although I do believe I had him in a left wing position, so that would have helped out a little bit. But, I mean, he has great pace, and the only thing that he was really good for me was to just bust up the sideline and cross in a ball. That was pretty much all he's good for me. Now, good for me for No, that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, Di Maria was a little bit better for me. One thing I want to say, though, is right now you can get his 86 rated regular card for around 6,000 coins, or 5 to 6,000 coins. And I played one game with that card and several games with his Inform card, and I gotta say, his regular card plays pretty much exactly the same as his Inform card. And there's a 170,000 coin difference in the price tag. So, to be honest, for me, the Inform's not worth it. And if I ever made a squad with Di Maria in it again, I definitely would not be purchasing his Inform. 4-star skill moves, 2-star weak foot. His preferred foot is left, which is really great. On the right mid, you can cut in and take shots with his left foot, which is nice. But, I mean, overall, his stats are pretty good across the board. 90 pace, 88 dribbling, 83 shot, and 84 passing, which actually, those are spectacular across the board. He can fire some really mean shots off his left foot. Didn't get too many to go in, but he does have quite a rocket. Now, moving on to our center attacking mid position, this man was absolutely hands down the star of the show. The transferred Real Madrid third in form, Francisco Roman Alarcón Suarez. You guys know him as Isco. This man, it's ridiculous. This guy has had 3 informs, a man of the match card. I honestly cannot wait to see what his card is going to look like in FIFA 14. 81 pace, 91 dribbling, 87 shooting, 86 passing, all on an 83 rated card. Those have got to be the best stats on an 83 rated card in FIFA 13. Picked him up for 260k, and for me, he was worth every penny. Scored me 7 goals in 8 games, and that ratio of goals to games is what you would want from a striker, much less your center attacking mid. He was let down a little bit by the fact that he has 3-star weak foot and skill moves, but from what I understand in real life, he is a spectacular dribbler, so don't be surprised if you see an Isco in FIFA 14 with 5-star skill moves, and man, that would jack this dude's price way through the roof in the upcoming FIFA game. But can't say enough great things about this guy. If you guys have the coins, I highly, highly, highly recommend you try him out. Don't play him in the center mid position. I played a position modifier for him so I could play him in the center attacking mid position. And I think he's a lot more effective there than he would be in the center mid position. Now, moving on to our 2 strikers, we have Messi and the upgraded Falcao. Now, to be honest with you, both of these strikers were a little disappointing to me. I haven't used Messi yet in this game, and I was really, really looking forward to playing with him just because obviously he's a legend in real life. He's the highest rated card in FIFA 13, and so I was like, I thought he was going to be really good, but for me, to be honest, he was pretty disappointing. His 88 shooting was kind of... He didn't score me goals in situations or like shots that I thought he would score off of. I would cut in a lot and take shots off his strong left foot, but man, I don't know. He just certainly not worth the 930,000 coins that I paid for him. Falcao actually scored me more goals in 8 games than Messi did. He scored me 4 in 8, and then Messi scored me 3 in 8. And now I'm gonna put that into perspective for you guys. Sergio Garcia scored me 3 goals in 8 games, and he's a center back. So I think that says a little bit of something about how, I mean, I don't want to take anything away from Messi. He's a spectacular player, and in some other FIFA like guy's hands, maybe like, or another guy who plays FIFA, maybe he can play better with Messi. But just for me, there are other strikers that I would way rather play with from the BBVA than Messi. I was disappointed with the experience that I had with him, but I don't know. Falcao, I'm sure you guys know, has a 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. Pretty decent player. I would say he's a little let down by his pace. I don't want to sound like a pace abuser by saying that, but I mean, the reality is he just kind of is. But so yeah, that's what I think of this squad. Hands down, star of the show is Isco. Like, I just want to stress again that if you guys have the coins, you gotta try him out. He's a great, great player. Also, he has really great free kicks. So he actually scored me a free kick, which you will see in the goals at the end, which I'm going to leave you guys with now. Leave me a comment in the description, or not in the description, in the comments below, what you guys think of the squad, any players that you would agree with me on, or like what other things you would change about the squad. But anyway guys, until next time, my name is Viz. Peace out. Take it easy.